My name's Mary Grandma. Today I'm going to be making vegetable soup. I've been making vegetable soup since I've been probably 13 years old. And earlier than that, I might have been helping my mother or my grandmother in the kitchen. This recipe has been passed down for, I guess I'm the third generation, so now Alyssa's going to be the fourth. We're going to have fun today and we're going to begin. One of the first things you need to learn about making vegetable soup is making soup is not an exact science. Every family has different likes and dislikes, and we've gathered today the vegetables that we like to make the soup with. Now, back in my mother's day and my grandmother's day, all these vegetables would have come out of the garden, and they would have been making this recipe in the fall. However, today it's end of May, and I went shopping and got these things at the grocery store. You have to start with 2 to 3 pounds of a good quality soup meat, 2 cans of whole peeled tomatoes. We're going to chop 1 onion. We're going to chop 3 to 4 carrots. We're going to put in chopped cabbage, fresh green beans, peas, corn, and lima beans. That's all it takes, and we're going to have some wonderful soup. Cover the bottom of a soup pot with some good quality vegetable oil. Get the soup meat and dry it off. Oil would be warm enough now. So we're going to put the meat into the soup pot and brown it on both sides. It looks to me like the meat is starting to brown. Salt and pepper it. While the meat's browning, we're going to chop an onion. We're going to chop some celery. Get the cabbage ready for later. Put the onion in half. Take off the ends. And you peel off the outer skin. On this particular onion, I put three slices. Then I come vertically and put more. Put your fingers on the onion, but turn them in so that there are no mistakes and you don't get any pieces of finger in your soup. And toward the end, just chop it up. Now that the onion is all chopped, we're going to put it into the soup pot with the meat. Now we need to add the celery. We remove the end of the celery, and then we take, let's see, about 3 stalks. We're going to have to wash the celery. Stick the celery under cold running water, and then you're done. Slice through the ribs. Now when making celery, we always want to include the leaves of the celery. Once chopped, you add that to the soup. Okay, now we have a head of cabbage, not too big, a little on the small side, and we're going to get it ready for the soup. This is the best way. Of course, I was supposed to hit it in half. Let's see. I was hoping to quarter that, and it didn't quarter, so I could take out the core. But from here, you just slice and chop. I washed and cleaned these beans and snipped them, but here's one that I missed. This is the part of the little stem, so you have to take that off. Now I pretty much put all the beans in a row so that they're in equal lengths, and go ahead and chop them. Now we're going to add 2 28-ounce cans of whole tomatoes. Okay, as you can see, I'm just taking my hands and squishing the tomatoes. We're going to be pouring a liquid into another hot boiling liquid. You should make sure you always pour it away from you. While my granddaughter was out taking a smoke, I peeled and chopped all these carrots. But I'm going to show you how to do one. It's easy enough. We're not doing anything that's rocket science. You have to get a peeler and you go lengthwise down the carrot. I like my carrots to be chunky in the soup. Some people don't, and they would slice them very thin. What I try to do is do fairly large chunks, but have them somewhat even in size, because this helps in the cooking process. We have about 4 cups of chopped carrots. Now you get the cabbage, the green beans, carrots, add 4 cups of water, put the lid on, bring it to a boil, and we'll see what happens. Well, the soup's cooking for approximately 2 hours now. Meat should be pretty tender, and in about a half an hour We're going to check it, and then we're going to take the meat out of the pot and have it cool so we can take it off the bone. And we're going to add the peas, the corn, and the lima beans. At that time, we'll let it cook for another half hour, and when that's done, we'll put the meat back into the soup before we serve it. We're going to take the meat out now. The meat should be done, nice and tender. After it's cooled, then we're going to take it off the bone and put it back into the soup. So the peas, the lima beans, and finally the corn. We're going to stir it around, put the lid on it, and cook it for another half hour. As you can see, I've started to take the meat off the bones, pretty much all the fat off the meat, and it's cut into bite-sized pieces. We put this in, stir it around, soup's done. As you can see, our best friend Colby is a fan of vegetable soup. Soup's done. We're going to ladle it in the bowl, and you can see the final product. Okay, and there it is, one serving of garbage soup. Thanks for watching today. I had a really good time. I hope you enjoyed seeing how to make vegetable soup, or like our family likes to call it, garbage soup.